Let's play Donkey Kong on the MiSTer FPGA with this replica DK control panel from Mike's Arcade. As you can see, I have not broken 500K yet. Playing Donkey Kong on the MiSTer, it's way different than MAME. It's way harder. It's pixel perfect. It's hardware emulation. I'm not going to get into all that with the MiSTer FPGA, but if you want to play Donkey Kong the right way, play it on a MiSTer FPGA or you play it on an arcade cabinet. So let's do this. The goal, 500K. Let's check out some Donkey Kong. Not quite a free jump man. Let's keep going. So the goal is always to get to level 4 springs. I've always called it elevators. When I was a kid, I called them elevators, but level 4 springs, like 80, 90, 100K, no deaths. Once you get to L5, you can control about 70% of the barrels. Now you see me going up that far left ladder, like right here. Later on in the game, that's going to change dramatically. You'll see me going up that ladder. There's a lot of safe spots in Donkey Kong, and there's a lot of tricks. It's a super deep game. And the Firefoxes, they're totally random, but they do have some patterns. So, and, if I see them, I'll point them out before they occur. So in the upper right hand corner, you can see I'm on level 2. And up top, Pauline's petitioning me for help, as you can see. So every time we save Pauline on this board, the level of difficulty is going to continue to ramp up. If I can get a couple of these guys, that's a pretty decent start to this level. 2 Firefoxes, fireballs, whatever you want to call them, up there, it's definitely doable. 3 gets much harder. 4, it's crazy hard. It used to be third elevators for a while. I call it elevators. Springs. The third time, just the spring level, it changes. And typically you're going to have 80, 90, 100K. Once you get past L4 springs and you get to L5, the game's there's a lot more save spots, and managing the barrels is a lot easier. So as soon as we finish this board, you'll see it'll change to level 3. Again, the goal, 80, 90K, level 4 springs. That's probably not too fun to watch, right? But, I mean, running boards, trying to get 500K on the MiSTer for the first time. You know, if I have an opportunity to point press, I will, but, you know, like, I'm not going to grab this hammer right here. Especially on level 3. Right. Right. As a kid, I called it the Pie Factory. It's actually a cement factory. This level can either be like a piece of cake or crazy hard. So this is the second springboard or elevator board or whatever you want to call it. It's not that hard. The next time we do elevators or springs, it'll be L4, and that's where that level changes dramatically, and you have to know how to beat it. If you don't know how to essentially run to the right, and I'll show you that when I'm playing it, but basically you're running on a long, and at the same time you're running a long spring. At the same time, not only are you watching that spring, but you're watching the spring behind it, because you want a long and then a short spring. That used to be the biggest crux for me in Donkey Kong. It took me a long time to get to the point where I could do that level. I'm gonna call it, 95%. I mean, I still die there every once in a while, but not often. Okay, he's gonna go up. No, he didn't. It's freezing. Typically he goes up. He's kind of stuck in like a guardian spot right there. He'll do that for a while. So typically, when I get to this part of the game right here, if I'm at like, 60K, no deaths, L3, again, you can see changes to L4. Managing the barrels, much, much, much easier from here on out. And there's some dedicated safe spots. That's the safe spot right there. As you can see, for the most part, when I run to that ladder, barrels are gonna go down, because essentially the way they program the game is, if the barrel's going that way and you're running towards that ladder, it thinks you're gonna go up the ladder. So that's probably one of the biggest ways to get better at Donkey Kong, is knowing how to manage the barrels. Because later on there's gonna be like a gazillion of them. And the trick is watching up top, the middle of the playfield, and the bottom of the playfield. So right here, typically when I'm playing this level, I'm watching the playfield I'm on, I'm looking up top, like right there. I let him throw the barrel, go to the safe spot, come right here, or L4. As you can see, he's got some wild barrels going on. And the fireball's coming up. So, time to blast out. All right, here we go. This level right here keeps 99% of everybody who plays Donkey Kong from getting 100K. Let's see if I can do it on the first try. I usually do. I don't know, probably played this level 300 times. That's my short spring. Now, I'm waiting for a long spring, like that, or that, followed by that short spring. So you gotta essentially be watching two things at the same time. Nope, I would have died. There we go. And that's how you do what I used to call third elevators. It's actually level 4 springs. All right, from here on, narration is going to be a little bit quiet. As you can see, we're L4, getting close to 100K. Now you just got to make sure these Firefoxes play nice. As you can see, that guy's running all the way to the left. If you can, like I said, if you can get 2 of them up there, that's usually dialed in. So when there's 3 or 4 of them up there, that's just crazy. He'll freeze. See how long it takes for him to come down. There we go. Get about 3 of these. Might be more. Just like that. Let's keep going. All right. As you can see, the Firefoxes, they're moving pretty quick. Now right here, all the Firefoxes are essentially going to go to the far right. But every once in a while you can get an opening. There's 3 of them over there, so we're going to make a mad dash to the left as soon as this fireball right here, Firefox, gives me an opening. Just like that. Now that's supposed to be a safe spot. But, you know, that's Donkey Kong, right? That's the random factor that makes this game legendary, because back in the 80s, pretty much every game had a pattern. get really frustrated when I lose my first guy. But you know, the reality is, if you know how to play the levels, the goal, right? If you want to get like, let's say you want to get 500K, you got 4 guys. You got to get 125K a man. So 100K first guy, it's not horrible. It's obviously not kill screen material. I mean, it could be, right? You can lose. I've lost a guy like that 403. I lost a guy like 60K, and I usually start over, but. I kept playing him. You just never know, right? Kind of funny, once I actually started kind of pretty much, you know, getting that board dialed in, I started making the mistake of not being patient. It's a really important board to be patient on. Not every barrel's gonna come down that ladder. Again, you're like 80%. Something like that. So originally I bought this control panel. I figured I'd do like one piece at a time, like that Johnny Cash song. And I'd get the control panel, the bezel, the marquee, side art, right? I am gonna build my own Donkey Kong arcade from scratch. Probably be about a year from now, I'm not sure. But I ordered the control panel, it was 185 bucks, and I built this, what I'm just essentially calling it like a control panel cradle. I built it to the millimeter, and as you can see, the fireballs are just not playing nice right now. So I'm gonna see if we can make this happen. A little bit of patience. Gonna wait for them to come down. Sometimes if I go all the way down, oh, and by the way, when you go all the way down, the timer goes faster. I feel like it resets the fireballs sometimes when you go all the way down. But again, they have their own way about them, man. And as you can see, I'm running out of time here. Oh my gosh, I had 2 more to go. Totally blew that. Again, all good. Let's keep going. You know, it's funny, I used to say, once I get 500K, it's all gravy, right? Broke 500K on the Switch, which I think is way easier than arcade or MiSTer, in my opinion. Which is crazy because the Donkey Kong emulation on the Switch is not perfect. There's a lot of issues with it, actually. Outside of the arcade experience, the best way to play Donkey Kong is the MiSTer FPGA. But yeah, for me, it was like a destination. Like, I'm gonna get 300K, I'm gonna get 500K, I'm gonna get 750, da 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 da. You know, it's not a destination, it's a journey. And that fireball is going to do that for a while. They're little subtle patterns. So 140K, 2 guys. If I bust out another 250K with these 2 guys, it'll put me close to 400. So gotta have kind of a breakout game on these next 2 guys. And you know, this game will punish you if you don't follow the rules, so to speak. Like I jump vertically a lot more than I do horizontally at this point. A lot of times when you're jumping horizontally, he'll throw a wild barrel and it'll just nail you. I mean, that's just how it is. Now, if I know I'm safe, obviously it's good to jump horizontally if you've got 2 or 3 barrels there, right? But like here, I'm safe, right? Vertical jump, wild barrel, vertical, vertical, horizontal. Word to the wise, use more vertical jumps in the game. Especially later on when you get to like L8, 9, 10, 11. And I'm not a master of Donkey Kong. I mean, I haven't broken a million points or whatever. Like I said, it's a journey. Over time, you keep playing, and you'll get there. The Firefoxes will hover to the right. That's just how the game plays. But every once in a while, you can clear that level in like about 10, 15 seconds. Sometimes you're barely lucky to survive it. Now I would have died there probably 6 months ago because I'd have been doing horizontal jumps all day long. That's the thing too, right? I mean, and it's easier said than done, but you know, you lose a couple guys, you gotta keep your composure because Donkey Kong, he's gonna keep throwing barrels all day long, right? And as soon as you your your mojo gets depleted because you just died because the fireballs just won't play nice with Firefoxes, it can just tank a game. And you can see he continues to follow me. Now, I don't have to go all the way down. I can kind of fake him out like this and then jump here like that. Those little short compact springs are dangerous, FYI. There we go. Let's keep going. Again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in, hanging out. Be interesting to see what kind of score we get on this game. later on in the game, the Firefoxes, they'll climb up very fast. They will move up that board very fast, and you got to really be watching them. Sometimes you can do little subtle movements on the ladders, like that. It'll essentially make them react in a way that is more beneficial. There's 3 of them up there, so I'm going to try to lower one down. Like that. And kind of, there are ways to get them to change course. It doesn't always work. If so, people would have gotten 1.2 million years ago. You know, you got to have a monster skill set, which I'm still developing. Like I said, Donkey Kong for me is a journey. It's not a destination. That's why I always say the game's never over, right? We have the opportunity to get better at everything we do. Besides, the Goonies never say that. It was a little close. Yeah, if you've got a monster skill set and the game plays somewhat nicely, because sometimes, no matter what you do, you're toast in this game. So you gotta really have a game, right? I call it having a game, right? See, those Firefoxes are gonna go there. Sometimes I feel like grabbing the hammer will force them up. I'm gonna wait for the pies to change. As soon as Donkey Kong goes to the left, there he goes, they change. Now they're guarding the hammer. This was another thing that I was just, when it came to Cement Factory, I'm gonna go get that guy. I would always get, like, my mojo meter would go way down, right? If like, they would just, essentially guard that middle area like that. But you gotta be patient. I call this the patience factory. I might get an opening. See how he goes up as the ladder goes? There we go. There's my opening. Bonus meter 1,000. Right now, difficulty level 7. Almost 200K. Let's keep going. Now he's going to throw a wild barrel horn in a minute. If I hang out here too long, you're going to see one. See? Gotta really learn that. I had to change my entire play style. I mean, 99% of the time I was going up the far left ladder. And that's... Oh yeah, and be ready to jump. I watched Steve Wiebe do that. Near the end of the life cycle of the hammer, I'd watch him like hit the buttons. I also see him I also watch Steve Wiebe when he'll you know, get one of the Firefoxes with the hammer, he'll push the jump button. And I don't know if that's just like keeping his, you know, his hand-eye coordination, his muscle memory like dialed in, or if there's some strategy to that. I have no idea. If you watch any of my previous games of Donkey Kong, you'll see that the play style is very different. So basically, right, I played Donkey Kong for the most part on a 60-in-1 or the Switch. For my whole time playing Donkey Kong. I gotta watch the wild barrel here. Okay. Playing it on the MiSTer, totally different gameplay. Playing with the... I gotta watch that fireball. Playing with the Donkey Kong control panel, it's great. It's awesome. I mean, it feels like you're in the arcade, right? But again, we're talking about all metal parts in the joystick. I mean, this joystick actually has to be oiled. I know that just sounds crazy. But yeah, okay, so there you go. There's a perfect example of total death right there. I mean, when I saw him go up, I could have went down. It's not easy. All right, here we go. 300K, one guy. Can we do it? I've done it once before, but that was on the Switch. Alright, there's gonna be a few of them up there. He's coming down most likely. Yeah, see? I'll try to get him to come over here, but they're fast, right? I mean, if you don't keep your distance, you're toast. Oh, he's doing the guard thing. He's going to keep doing this over and over and over. There we go. So as you can see, breaking 100K, no deaths, 125K later, I'm on my last guy. And that could just happen. And you gotta be okay with that. And you gotta be able to keep going. And this right here, this is like super valuable gameplay time, because as you get to L8, 9, 10, 11, and just getting the feel for the game at the hardest difficulty levels, it's going to help you have that, you know, 150, 200, I don't know, 225, 250. I mean, 250 a man, that's a million, right? I mean, you're talking like top 50 in the world, you know, arcade, MiSTer FPGA. This is beautiful. I mean, it looks like it's so easy anyone can do it, but it doesn't always happen that way. Again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in, hanging out. I'm going to focus right here. Just changing that play style right there, going up that ladder. My gosh, man, it's probably taking me like 20 hours of getting used to the barrels and how they come down right there. It's funny, right? I'm just playing Donkey Kong, getting close to 300K. Man, 2 or 3 years ago, I'm not sure when it was, when I hit 300K on the modded arcade 1-up with the 16-1. Right about 250, man, I was just stressed out of my mind, right? I've never hit 300K before. And as you get better, you're like, oh my gosh, 300K, that's not so great. But as you get better, as your skills get better, right? Now you realize you just got to kind of, you know, follow the rules essentially, and hope for a, you know, good game. If the fireballs play nice and the wild arrows aren't too crazy. And that happens too. I don't even think we got on the board. Wow, 291. That's rough. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate the awesome support. And you know what I always say, right? Game's never over. When you breaking 500K, 750, right? We got it. Why? Because it's not a destination, it's a journey. And I'm relentless. And I'll see you next time.